you want to know how the students see the school? Yes? Then keep listening. If not, I suggest you leave. Okay, now that they are gone. Hello, listeners. My name is Avorie VanSchalkwyk's, and in today's episode, we will be talking to my peers at UTUV STEM Academy. Today, we'll be talking to 3 of my dear friends at STEM to find out the lay of the land. Will they have different answers, or will they all conclude the same point? To find out, stay tuned. Hi, this is our first interviewee. Are you okay with being recorded?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you see the school?
Personally, how I see the school, I see it as a great place to just have fun and learn. The teachers are nice. They're absolutely so welcoming to help each student. And the school is just an all-around great facility. The workers there are great. The principal there is great. The atmosphere is great. It just makes me feel like this is a secondary home where I can learn more.
That's great. And in the school, do you see kids grouped together? And why do you think they group together?
Well, I do see kids grouped together, and the reason why I believe they're grouped together is just because they hold the same interests. And sometimes you'd see one group or one person from a group join another group, or 2 groups communicating with each other, and I find that to be really nice because everybody has a different group, and lots of different people are in different groups, but they can always come together and just have a good time of unison.
That's great. Do you think that teachers have favorites?
I don't believe that the teachers have favorites, but I'd say that if they did have favorites, then it would be most likely every kid, because I feel that the teachers treat every kid fairly and give them the same opportunities as everybody else. And it's just, if there are no favorites, there's no favorites, but if there are, then it's everybody.
Okay, so you don't think any teachers have favorites, and if they do, it's everyone.
Yes, that's what I believe.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
This is our second interviewee. Are you okay with being recorded?
Yes.
Okay, so how do you see the school?
The school is like a new experience from private school and public school.
How so?
It is more of a family, more of a family than a school, and it's more of a job, or it's less of a job for the teachers, a passion.
That's a great way of putting it. Do you think this school has groups? And if so, why?
Mainly it's the students are all one category of nerdy kind of way, but there's the occasional wannabe thugs, or there's also some sporty girls or trendy girls, and there's also a big group of gamer boys.
Yeah. Why do you think they group together?
Because they have similar interests, and people with similar interests normally group together.
Do you think teachers here have favorites?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
Why do you think they have favorites?
Because I've been here since I was in 4th grade, and I'm in 10th grade now, and it's kind of hard not to notice. For example, I was the teacher's pet in maybe, I think it was 7th grade. It was 7th grade or 8th grade. And so the teacher would be more open to suggestions from me, or would go off topic a lot. Not necessarily during lectures, but during class time, she would go off a topic and allow me to go off topic, just to have random discussions. and I wouldn't get in trouble for it.
Well, so you're saying that you were a teacher's pet in the 8th grade?
And then some, yeah.
Okay. Thank you for participating. Okay, this is our third interviewee. Are you okay with being recorded?
Of course.
Okay, so how do you see the school?
I really like STEM. Our teachers are always great. They're really invested in us. A lot of teachers at other schools, I feel like, because they have so many students, can't be as invested in their students' lives. But the STEM teachers are always very careful to get to know the students and understand them on a personal level, not just as students. And I like the way that we have lots of opportunities for students who aren't necessarily sports inclined. We have lots of other extracurriculars they can participate in.
That's a great answer. And in the school, do you think that certain people are grouped together?
Well, I mean, that happens in any group environment. Certain people are more close to other people and less close to certain groups. So you have people who have common interests. There's a group that's interested in anime or video games, but it's not as necessarily divided as just saying they're in groups sounds. Like the video game kids are like friends with the anime kids. There's a lot of overlap. There's not any defined like cliques.
Okay. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think it's because we're such a small school that you can't really split off into teeny tiny groups. And the project-based learning aspect of STEM means you have to get to know everyone in order to succeed. So you can become really good at communicating with people who are different from you or have different interests.
That's a great response. And in the school, do you think teachers have favorites?
No, I think teachers spend more time with certain students who might need more help, or some students speak up more in class, and so it might seem like they're the favorite, but they're not. They're just more, what's the word I'm looking for, vocal in their participation. But I think all of the teachers grade the students fairly and don't necessarily favor one student over the other.
Okay, thank you for participating.
Yeah, of course.
To conclude this episode, we can see that most people see STEM the same way, as a fair and safe place to learn. However, we did find out that some say teachers have favorites and some don't. Who is telling the truth? Will we ever know? Find your answers on next week's podcast. My Instagram is Avorie, _V.S, no capitals. Look for a new podcast here every week.